everyone. Well, G has his work cut out for him because this video is going to need some editing. Because I did a walk around, which you already saw, of the campground here at the Expo Center in Redmond. And the reason I did that was because many of you have asked if during quilt show time or when you're traveling through the area and you want to go to Sisters, to the Stitchin Post, or you want to head to Bend, there's zero camping available because everything books up. Sometimes some of those campgrounds are booked up a year in advance. Well, I referred some people to this campground, which I've never stayed at, and so we decided, since we were picking the van up, that we would come stay here for a couple days and clean the van up, get it ready for taking back over the mountain and for dreaming for future travels. And so we're staying here at the Expo Center, and that's what I showed you in the clip just before this. It is basic camping in terms of that there's not a lot of landscaping per se. But it's very, very clean. There's really no privacy between sites because it's just a basic campground with everything you need. Every site has sewer, water, and electrical. And they do have 5 tent sites. They're not open right now, but in the summer they are. So if you can't find camping anywhere else closer to a quilt store, you can come camp here. And it's very clean. They have showers that are opened from, well, right now they're open from 9 to 4. I don't know if in the summer those hours probably expand. And they have a laundry room. There's garbage. Periodic, every so often you can see a garbage can that you can dump your garbage. And other than that, there's no Wi-Fi. You have to rely on over-the-air channel with your antenna, or you can use a hotspot to get your internet. But we are right next door. You can actually walk out the gate and end up at the fairgrounds, which would be great if there would be some event at the fairgrounds. Like, I think in another week there's the outdoor sportsman show and the Christmas ones, although we have snow here, so whether you be traveling in your RV at that time. But the harvest craft fairs, a lot of them are held here. Dog shows, horse events. So there's a wide variety of things that's right through the gate that connects this facility to the actual fairgrounds. The fairgrounds is right next to the airport, and that has not been a problem. I mean, both G and I are sleeping like babies here. We are so comfortable in this van that we don't seem to have an issue because there isn't a lot of road noise. Next to this, on the other side, is a public golf course, but we don't even hear that going on. Even when someone loses, we don't hear them. So it's a nice option, because if you're coming for quilting of any kind, you don't care if there's not a tree in your yard. You know what I'm saying? So I put that out as another option of some place to stay when you're coming through Central Oregon. I'm working on my little hexies. Isn't that, let's see, that's it. Isn't that cute? So I'm sewing the hexies together, trying to, I don't know if I'll ever get totally caught up, but at least trying to do the ones that I have and start some new ones. It's really hard to go into a fabric store and not pick up fabric that is great for hexie motifs, for 1-inch hexies, because that's the specific part, is you want it to fit the motif to fit in a 1-inch. And the way I do it is, you know, I have these cards. Let's see. Make my mess here. You know, I get packs of cards, and I've also been sent some Mylar ones, which are fabulous, but these particular ones already have the cards in them, like that. And then I use a starch pen, a foam starch pen, and I iron it around, and then I just stitch them together and pop the paper out before I attach it to my background. And I'm doing these hexies with Spring Daisy on Instagram, and it's a hashtag love hexisal, I think it's called. But whenever you see one of my hexie posts, I put the hashtag of how to find her, and it's just been a really fun thing. So G and I took a walk and out in, there's a lot of BLM land around here, and so we took a walk out the road, and there were a bunch of burned papers out there. You're not supposed to dump. You're not supposed to dump in the forest, but actually no one, there's just, some people just dump their garbage. They don't, either they don't want to take it to the dump, or they just want to get rid of it and not have to deal with it. But it was so weird because there was a whole pile of papers that were burned, and I was just kind of wondering what they were. So I walked over, and you know, you're not touching anything these days, and especially not someone's garbage that's been dumped out there. But there were a whole bunch of burned papers, and they were partially burned. And so I went over, and with my shoe I kind of kicked them around and looked, and oh my gosh, it was like it was this was like old stuff, because when you think about it, it was someone's home health log, like a home health person's log, and it had people's notes in the log of what date they stopped, what the problem was, what doctor they reported it to. I mean, it was kind of bizarre, but it, you know that it was old because it predated computers. And how long have we been doing computer charting? So that was kind of a weird find. Yeah, and they were blown all over the place out there in the woods. So I'm attaching my second hexie here. So next I'm going to be heading to the Stitching Post tomorrow, pick up my mail, and I'm going to walk around and see what's new, and I'll share that with you. So tomorrow, on this video, you'll see what's new at the Stitchin Post, which I cannot wait. You know, it's been a while since I've been in the building, so I'm looking forward to it. So I'll share that with you here. But before I end this part of the little vlog that I'm doing right now, I have a winner to the Fat Quarter. I had to write it on a paper towel. I couldn't find a piece of paper, so I wrote it on the paper towel tube. So the winner for the Fat Quarter Shop gift card, which they are so generous to have also given a gift card to one of you for $35. I mean, that's a nice chunk of change to go over there and spend. I can't imagine trying to make the choice, you know. And she has so many blocks of the month going, and there's new fabrics coming out and new notions. I mean, it's just great, and it was so sweet for them to do that for one of you. So the winner, drum roll, the winner of the Fat Quarter $35 gift card is Judy Gibbons. Yeah, Judy, you won. So please email me your email address, and I'll have my email address in the drop down, and I will send your email on to the Fat Quarter Shop, and they will send you a code to go shopping. Yeah, and I can't tell you how grateful I am for everybody who gave me sympathy for my fall. And I realized I have a lot more mothers out there because I got a talking to. Let me tell you, there were quite a few that were giving me a talking to. And I realized that I was not alone, because the number of you that had the same experience in different forms, it just makes me realize that we have to be careful. Yeah, and that spider got the last laugh, I think. And next time, I'm going to be yelling for G. That's for sure. So stay tuned for a walkabout in the Stitchin Post in Sisters, Oregon. Here we are at the Stitchin Post. It's not quite open yet, so nobody's here except for the people who cut your fabric. So I'm going to just let you enjoy and look around. here's the last segment of this video. Geez, it's taken me a long time, hasn't it? But life's been kind of a little bit on the busy side. We are, let's see, today is Monday, March 8th. Yeah, already second week of March. It's like that. Time is flying. We went over to the other side of the mountain, and you saw that lovely video of the Stitchin Post, and I'm going to show you, yes, I did purchase stuff, and saw a couple friends, which was like, oh, you know, it's those moments when you see their real faces, not their Zoom faces. You know, they were dressed appropriately for being in public, where in Zoom, you know, you never know. You just never know. But we were able to, there was like this short window in time to get Penny on this side of the mountain. Yeah. Oh, I'm telling you. And we slept like babies in Penny. It was just... You know, it was that moment, kind of like when, oh, it's hard to explain. It's kind of like when you get a taste of something that takes your memory all the way back to all the good times you had that last taste. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. So we brought Penny back over this side of the mountain, which opens our world up quite a bit. We can start getting her prepped for a bigger trip, and yeah, it was just so exciting. So we tandem drove over, and let me tell you, the drive was crazy, absolutely crazy. There's a lot of crazy drivers on the road, and we didn't anticipate, because we were just thinking about ourselves and so excited about getting her over on this side of the mountain, that it didn't occur to us that it was Saturday. It was a beautiful day, and everybody and their brother and sister wanted to go up to the mountain, Mount Hood, and so the traffic was unbelievable. And there were just a couple, maybe about 3 totally insane drivers. So, yeah, we made the trip over, and we're so grateful we did, because the next day, the highway was closed for several hours because the weather had changed. You know, there gets to be a little icy and snow, and there was a pileup that closed both lanes of that highway the next day. But we were back home. Yeah, it was absolutely wonderful. And it's just, I don't know, it's kind of this, kind of like when you have all your chicks, all your family kind of around you at one point. It's kind of fun knowing that she's parked right next to our house. Yes. So that was amazing. And being able to sleep in her over the weekend reminded us of all the good times that we've had, and how easy it is for G and I to exist in like less than 90 square feet. But I also had my car over there, because that's how we had to get over there. That's why we tandem. I'm babbling, aren't I? I'm babbling. So I was able to, on Saturday, zip over to Sister's, pick up my mail, and go to the Stitchin Post, do that video for you, see some girlfriends and sisters, and it was a soul filling. I think I've said that 2 or 3 times already. So I just wanted to show you, while I was over there, I got my car serviced. Why not? Heck, I'd have gotten a pap smear and my teeth cleaned if I could have arranged it. But, you know, it is what it is. So what did I get? Well, first of all, I have to show you this. One of my girlfriends and neighbor and sisters is like a crochet queen, and she keeps us supplied in crocheted washcloths. G loves them, and let me tell you, we have several in Penny because we use them. We have used them not only for cleaning and washing dishes, but we have another pile that's there that we took showers with. Well, she gave me a refreshed pile, and they are just, look at how beautiful they are. And he absolutely loves them. Yeah, but this one, she told me, don't like this one because I hated doing it. But I found it fascinating, and G liked it a lot, and I told him don't like it because she's not making any more. She got this thread yarn at Bi-Mart, and it was called Scrubby. She said it was a pain to crochet with, and I can believe it, but it's so awesome. Look at this. It's a soft scrubby. That's why it's called Scrubby. It may be our favorite. I can see why it was a pain. And then I stopped at the Stitchin Post, and I got this lovely from Juliana. Where's Juliana? Williamsville, New York. Oh, my roots are in New York. Lovely, lovely package. It's been sitting there. Let's see, when did it arrive there? Oh, it doesn't say. Oh, it's been sitting there since December 10th. Yes, because unlike my mailbox in Sisters, everything gets forwarded to us, but my Stitching Post mailbox doesn't. Everything just waits there for me to get there. Just take one stitch at a time. Look at that. Yes, thank you. Thank you, Jiller. But look at this. Oh my gosh. Spiced mug mat. Ooh. Ah, spiced. It still has the spice. Spiced mug mat and tea. Tea mug mat includes 1 packet of celestial seasoning tea. Place the warm mug on this spice-filled mat and enjoy the fragrant smell. My mind is going bonkers. Just think, another gift idea. Look at that. It's a little mat. Take the tea bag out. Place your hot cup on here with the tea and the spice that's in this mat. Oh, I love it. I love it. Oh, and look at this towel. This is right up Alice's Cottage hug towel. Isn't that gorgeous? Well, you might have to be a bee person. There's people that feel the same way about bees as I do about spiders. Yeah. But I love bees. I planted my whole yard in Sisters to get as many bees as I could. And I'm going to do the same thing here. Although I'm not sure that some of the plants that attract bees in Sisters will grow here. So that's a learning curve. Oh, but thank you so much. This was absolutely lovely. Yes. So for shopping, what did I do for shopping at the Stitchin Post? I found a whole new line. Well, what I wanted was a jelly roll that's totally sold out. And they will not be getting that jelly roll until May. So I already got my name on the list for that jelly roll. But my neighbor that lived across the street from me, Kelly Ray Roberts, she came out with a line of fabric. She also has a shop in Sisters, but she came out with the line of fabric that the Stitchin Post has. And let me tell you, this is one of her fabrics. I bought a fat quarter of it. You know, let's see. Yeah. It's a beautiful color. It comes in several colorways and has all of her gorgeous sayings that she puts on her artwork. And they had a quilt there that was like a jelly roll, like those jelly roll race quilts. And I wanted the jelly roll. I wanted to make that quilt. It is the perfect quilt for a friendship quilt. Alas, they sold out on the jelly rolls the moment they hit the door. So they're getting a whole new shipment in May, and I am getting one. Come fabric or high water, I am getting one. And so there was a beautiful display of her fabrics. And then I naturally had to get stuff that reminded me of my hexies. These might be a little too big, their wings might be, but I just loved them. And look at these sweet little faces. Really. And then this print, oh my gosh, this print. Be Still My Heart. Isn't that gorgeous? Of course, I don't know the name of the fabric or the manufacturer because, of course, I got the fat quarter that didn't have the selvage. So you'll have to call the Stitchin Post up and get your order in. Now, I don't want to be judged and I don't want to be laughed at because this may not make any sense to you, but my brain totally grabbed it. So for those of you who may have participated in the Toned Down Circle Sampler by Sue Spargo on Instagram, you don't need this. You've done it all, right? I started to do it. Then life got in the way, and then okay, what excuses can I come up with? I saw a cupcake I needed to eat, and then the sun came out, and I ran outside, and then I think I needed to watch my hair grow another fraction of an inch, and so all these things interrupted my train of stitching, and so I didn't get on board with it. But I do have the $1 ones, you know, that I did at the class and that need to be stitched. I get bogged down in choices. Choices. And so when I saw this, I bought it. It's a pattern of the whole toned down circle sampler at the Stitchin Post. That means that I can take a circle and just say, okay, this is what she said to do, and not worry about having been on there not at the right time every week and then get it all organized before it disappeared. Now I have it in my hot little hands. Yeah, I'm very excited about this. Yeah. Also in the Sue Spargo display case, because she's gotten involved in this, and my friend Sylvia Pippin, who is a Sashiko queen, also is doing this. But they had these new Sashiko threads. Yeah. From Japan, in all these gorgeous colors. So I bought 4 to try them out, and they were only $3 a piece. Yeah, so I am going to give this 100% cotton made in Japan sashiko thread in lovely, lovely colors. I am all about it. What can I say? The Stitchin Post has itself, blah, 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 has itself going on. Because when I went inside the front door, they not only had embroidery kits that were adorable, choices, 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 trying to make all the choices, but they had cross-stitch kits. I mean, kits. I walked around and around and around trying to decide which one I wanted, and I ultimately decided on this one. Look at that. It includes the hoop, the pattern, the cloth, the needles, the floss, the batting for framing, and hand-drawn instructions. And I have a really cute bee charm that I'm just going to hang right here. Isn't that adorable? Everything was in here. And they had several different kinds of kits, but I just thought this one was me. Yeah. Well, while I was getting my car serviced, you know, it was just easier to do it at the place it was easier to do the service at the place where my car was born. So I did it while I was down in Bend. Then I didn't have to, I mean, I know I use that word like I had to do this. No, I decided to do this. I have been hunting for slippers, indoor house slippers that were closed-toed because I tend to trip. And so I went to my favorite store in downtown Bend, the Birkenstock store, looking for slippers, and I found these. Aren't they a hoot? They're Birkenstocks. They're so comfortable, but they're my indoor shoe. And right next door to them was this adorable shop that had a sale rack outside. Of course, I could not pass it up. I'm at my people limit. I know. But I kept looking at this and I thought, I need this in the beehive. Because I've told you all to go to the TED Talk on podcasts and look for the episode called It Takes Time, that I loved the segment on there about sloths. Now, I know the rest of you are going, well, isn't it just like a big rodent or something? It moves like so slow. But after that episode, I saw them so entirely differently that, and I'm going to share this on the Stitch Roadie because I ordered that Plum Street sloth stitch, which hasn't come in yet. But when I saw this cup, I was just head over heels. Don't hurry, be happy. Isn't that adorable? Yeah. It may be my new suckers or pens or something. It's just so freaking cute. So as you can see, I did spread the love at local businesses. And I had a fabulous time, even though it was rush, rush, rush. I formulated a plan for when we are able to hit the road for Arizona. Yeah, so it's just kind of
Exciting. It's exciting. I think having Penny with us is like having your favorite sweatshirt at home. You found your favorite sweat. If I found my floss, I would feel the same way. That floss that I'm missing. But anywho, thank you so much for hanging in there through these different segments. And we'll see you the next time, okay? You take care and know that I appreciate each and every one of you. And look forward to someday our paths crossing.